I think there may be a trick question because they may not all be starters. There may be a reliever thrown in there that might have a win.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
I mean, off the top of my head, I would think that Jose Rijo had 12 and Browning probably had 12.
Mm-hmm. Tabata leads it off here in the bottom of the 5th. Grounded out his first time. Young man seems to have been around a long time, Tabata, but he's still only 23 years old. In the hole here, a couple of strikes. Former property of the Yankees, who came over to the Pirates in July of 2008. Jeff Karstens, Daniel McCutchen, Ross Ohlendorf. That was the deal that sent Xavier Nady, Damaso Marte the other way. After having a pretty good year in 2010, last year an injury-plagued year for Tabata, and this year it just has not been a good season at all. Fields this ball and calmly throws Tabata out at first base. He retired the first 6 he faced, then the error on what we thought was a bit of a controversial call, and the error was given to Scott Rowland on the Barnes ball. Since then, another 7 in a row by Homer. Well, I don't know what it is about this ballpark, but he just is incredible here. 5 games started, 4-0 with a 1.75 going into tonight.
Well, confidence is such a big part of any sport, but especially being a pitcher, because you're facing 9 different guys. You've got to get out 3 or 4 times in one given night. And if you don't have confidence that you can do that, you begin to find yourself picking away at the corners and not being aggressive. And Homer is ultra aggressive in this ballpark against the Pirates. And when you know you can do that, and when you just rear back, you kind of let that mental flow take over.
How do you rate this ballpark, Chris, in terms of hitters or pitchers?
I think it's a pitcher's ballpark. I really do. I think that it plays big. It's got that big notch out there in left center field where it's 410 feet away over there by the bullpens. You don't have the wind that really plays much of an effect here at this ballpark like it does at Great American Ballpark. Now, when it's hot in the summertime and heat index is up, ball flies much better. But when it's cool like tonight, you've really got to give it a wallop to get one out of here.
I don't know. I've always been impressed by that very nice piece of hedge art out in center field. It says Pirates. I always thought that was very nice looking. What do you think
that's real?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Do you?
I do too, yeah. It takes a lot of work.
I would bet it's a daily chore to get out there and take care of that.
Oh, yeah.
Alvarez strikes out for the 2nd time, and Homer's now amassed 6 of them in this game.
Yeah, Homer, it's almost like Homer can throw any pitch he wants up there and get it out. I mean, here he goes upstairs with a fastball. He tried a split finger changeup on a previous pitch, and I mean, when you've got it working like Homer does tonight, I mean, does it really matter what you throw? I mean, it certainly makes for a lot of fun for he and Ryan Hannigan behind the plate. I think the other thing you have to recognize for Homer is that, you know, he has really stepped up his game a little bit when Ryan Hannigan started to catch him a little bit more. And I'm not taking anything away from Devin Mesoraco, but it's tough for a young guy to make his way through the major leagues the first time, especially when you compare him to, in my opinion, one of the best backstops in the game there in Ryan Hanigan. I mean, as far as running a pitching staff, running a game, knowing the scouting report, having a feel for his pitchers, I'm not so sure that there's a handful of better catchers out there than Ryan.
And by and large, it's been Hanigan behind the plate since early to mid-August or so with Bailey. And he'll tell you, it's talking about Homer, it's made a heck of a difference for him. It was Mesoraco who did most of the catching of Homer up until that point. But we have not seen Devin at all since the minor league season ended. I mean, he's here on the club. He's not made a start and has made rare appearances since then. More to the fact that Deanna Navarro has just stepped up and done great work behind the plate and offensively. Dusty Baker and then Chris Spire, they've gone with Deanna as the #2 catcher.
I think Deanna brings you a little bit of an element of experience that you don't have with Devin Mesoraco. I think down the road, Devin Mesoraco is going to be a fine major league catcher, but it's awfully tough to be a rookie catcher. And it seems like it's one of those positions where you have to be around a little bit to kind of get the feel of things and the flow of things. And it became a tough chore for him towards the end there.
Armas is called out on strikes by Ed Hickox, the home plate umpire. That's the 4th 1-2 free inning of this game for Homer Bailey.